Hello and welcome. This is an intuitive reading for Monday, July 15th and Tuesday, July 16th. So to start, we're going to ask if we have any messages from the Ouija board that we need to hear today. Do we have any messages that we need to hear today? So there isn't any rushing this part. It's just a matter of opening the heart, ignoring the cat who's just jumped on the table, and allowing it to flow. Hey, little guy. Do we have any messages for today? I think that's a J. J. U, and it's a bumpy way there, but we got to U. J, U. S, T. Is that it? Oh, thank you. So the message of the day is just, J-U-S-T. So that feels to me more like a message about things coming into balance, there being justice. Maybe something in the energy has been unjust in the past. Now we are moving toward a time when things are going to be more balanced, more equal. Let's pull some tarot on that. So I'm going to start with, I think this is the Golden Tarot. And we're going to do some shuffling. Sorry for the shaky table. I just really wanted to be outside today. It's such a beautiful day. One more and then we'll cut. Just great. So underlying energy is going to be the Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. Maybe a passionate new beginning in something that was unjust previously. And I'm getting the feeling that I just need to draw 3 from the top. So, oh, justice. Wow. All right, so everything is really aligning in a really extraordinary way. We've got justice coming out as our first card, and just being the message from the Ouija board. The Seven of Pentacles, this might be justice that you've had to wait for. And the Ace of Pentacles. But there is stability here, a stable new beginning. Okay, so we've got 2 aces, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So something about which you feel very strongly, something about which you are very passionate, but something which is also now very stable. And this might be some of the justice coming into play, although you might have had to wait a long time. You might have even doubted if justice were ever going to come back into this situation. But it's coming. There's no question of that. So let's get some clarifiers on this. And the way I like to clarify is the way that these came out, first Justice, then Seven of Pentacles, then Ace of Pentacles. I'd like to clarify the relationship between each of them. So we're going to ask for a card to connect each energy. think that's it. And then we're going to cut. Okay, underlying energy now is the Two of Pentacles, so balance here. And we are going to just pull what is connecting the Justice card to the Seven of Pentacles. It is the Three of Wands, so definitely some waiting, definitely some expectation here. Yeah, you've been waiting for this justice to come in. You've been waiting for balance to be brought back to this situation. And what about from the Seven of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles? Yet another ace. We have the Ace of Cups here. All right, that's extraordinary. So this situation might have to do with something emotional. It might have to do with love. There might have been a situation in a romantic context that was unjust in the past. Now we are getting very clear messages that balance will be brought back to this situation. The cat will run through the reading, and justice will prevail. So I'd like to close out this reading with one message from the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle. And I think for this one I'd like to let it jump. So I'm going to cut, but then we're going to let it come as it wants to come anyway. Here we go. So one card, please, to close out the reading. One card, please, to close out the reading. One card, please, to close out this reading. We got three. But that does tend to be the case with this oracle. All right, so we got Epona's Wild Daughter. This is a message having to do with sleepless nights, worry, nightmares. So I get the feeling that this is the energy that you've been in while you've been waiting for the justice to come in, while you've been waiting. This is definitely a Nine of Swords kind of energy. But then we also have the Guardian at the gate and the Bright Mothers. So for the Guardian at the gate, I get the feeling that you're passing through something extraordinary here. That shines a whole new light, actually, on the unjust situation. I think this is something that you had to go through, something that you were meant to go through, something that you were meant to treat. I'm getting treat as it was. So now you're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Now there is a resolution to the situation, and there will be justice at the end. But I have the feeling that you learned a lot of lessons through going through that unjust situation, that it was something very necessary for your development. And now you are in a very fair, very maternal energy here. You've really learned a lot. You've really matured a lot. You've really grown a lot. And now the energy that is coming to you is going to be one of, justice returning to you, justice coming back to you. Oh, yeah, and so for underlying energy, I kind of want to take two. There's the Bodacious Bodak, and Penelope Dreamweaver. So the bodacious Bodak speaks to me of someone who's kind of creeping in secret. I get the feeling that the justice in this situation you can't quite see yet, but it is coming. And Penelope Dreamweaver, that's the state that you've kept yourself in. Oh, and actually, how extraordinary, right behind that is the fairy who is kissed by the pixies. And I always think of these two as being kind of connected, kind of related. So I get the feeling that you are going to need to stay in your matured, your balanced, your high energy. The energy that you've gotten to by moving through this time of strife, this time of grief, this time of injustice. By getting to that, oh, I don't know if you can see, a deer just ran through the yard too. By getting through what was unfair in the past, you moved into this beautiful, loving, mature, balanced energy. And that's exactly where you needed to be to get to the resolution that you were so hungry for when the injustice initially happened. So stay in that energy, stay in that joy, stay in your community surrounded by others. This has been a passage that you needed to go through. This is where the guardian stopped you to allow you to progress to where you needed to be before the goodness could come from the other elements of the situation and allow you to pass on through. But there is a tremendous new beginning here. After the justice comes all the aces, the ace of pentacles, the ace of cups, the ace of wands, every ace except for, yeah, we're missing the ace of swords here, but I have the feeling that that new beginning in truth, that is coming. Of course, the justice is wielding the ace of swords here, and the cat is moving through the tarot reading again and knocking over the computer. So I think that's where we can stop the reading. So yeah, stay in that beautiful energy, stay in that gorgeous justice, and and stay in your joy, and know that the resolution, the justice, the balance that you've been waiting for in this situation, it's coming. But it seems like it's going to come as soon as you've stopped waiting for it and moved on to other, bigger, better things. All good things to you today.